Okay, so Project Seahorse is the name of our group. We're based at the University of British Columbia here, about 15 of us, but we stretch around the world, primarily in collaboration with the Zoological Society of London. We're a group of pragmatic, rigorous idealists. Our goal is to make sure that we can save seahorses, which means saving the seas, and to say if we save the seas, we will have saved seahorses and so much more. So we start our scheme with seahorses at the center, absolutely. But what I want you to take away from this is that we do so very much more. We are the global expert group formally recognized for seahorses and 350 species of fish of their near relatives. We do their life history, their biology, their taxonomy, their ecology, and all the rest. But we do it in a context where we recognize that they are under severe threat from direct fishing, indirect fishing, and habitat loss, so we of course pay attention to their habitats. We work seagrasses, mangroves, coral reefs, estuaries, macroalgae, and so on. We've been directly responsible for setting up 35 no-take marine protected areas, which are community-based and self-managed, most of them persisting very well. We recognize, however, that you can only do a good job with habitats and ecosystems if you pay attention to the people who are dependent on them. So that we also work very directly with fishing communities, helping to set up realistic, pragmatic means of fisheries management that can make a difference while being tolerable to the people. That has worked rather well with such things as universal minimum size limits stretching across 48 species. Of course, people only make wise decisions about what they take, what they exploit, what pressures they apply to the ocean, if their families are in good shape, if they have roofs over their head, and they have kids in school. So we work a lot with communities. And we've recently paid particular attention to women in fisheries, recognizing that in large parts of the ocean, particularly in developing countries, women are major unrecognized extractors of marine resources. Where we've worked on it, we found they take a quarter to a third of the biomass, none of it understood, and they are grossly disadvantaged by the placement of marine protected areas in which they have little voice. Of course, communities only make good decisions if there's law and order, reasonable economic opportunity, so we work extensively on governance issues. We've set in place national restrictions, we've set in place facilitation mechanisms for professional development, and so on. We also work from regional, national, and right out to the global level. So we have, for example, been the catalyst behind the first ever export restrictions, global export restrictions for any marine fishes. It was seahorses that actually pried open the issue of marine fishes at CITES, Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. Thereafter, that led directly to shark listings, hump-headed wrasse listings, and so on. We've also been responsible for the first ever export ban on seahorses of any marine fish which has been seahorse and their relatives. And we work on global citizen science. What we've realized is these are all concentric rings of pressure bearing down on seahorses. The direction now is going to be to tackle the greatest scourge for seahorses and probably most of the ocean, which is bottom trawling. A seahorse index of bottom trawl pressure is most bottom trawling brings up 1 seahorse per boat per night. 1 seahorse per vessel per night. We're getting 5 million seahorses exported out of Vietnam or Thailand every year, and about 40 million seahorses caught incidentally in bycatch. This has gone crazy recently to the point where trawls no longer in many parts of the world have target species, and there's actually an explicit determination to extract everything from the ocean for agriculture feed, animal feed, fish meal, fish oil, and surimi, that sort of white pasty fish. This will be our focus, this broad-scale, indiscriminate capture of whatever you want, biomass trawling, or as we call it, annihilation.